Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is January 2nd, 2026, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the S&P 500, that's SPY, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor, please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. Happy New Year, everybody. First one of the year, first trading day of the year, started out red. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at this market, see where we're at, and see what I'm kind of looking at, and see what we kind of expect for the rest of the year. All right, on this quarterly chart, what I see is red. But the thing is, though, here, we are above the pivot, so I kind of expect us to stay up. I mean, I'm above pivot, stay above pivot type guy. So we're above pivot. Expect us to stay above pivot, that little candle there. And also, everything looks okay starting the year off. Just the first day of the year. Don't get too excited yet. And we did make all-time highs last year for the last week of the year. I think it was the last week. We'll see that when we get down to the weekly chart. So we're okay, and we still got a higher. We still got a higher low at this time here on this thing. It didn't do anything crazy here on the first day, so we're all good still. Let's go ahead and go down to this monthly chart. On this monthly chart, as we can see here, little doji here, still above pivot, still above our 9-10 moving average. So we're still quite bullish, even though we have a red candle at this time. Nothing to get excited about, nothing to worry about. Come next week, we've got to see what happened and all. Last month, we did make all-time highs last month. So again, it's just the first day of the year, first day of the month. Don't get too excited about being red at this time. All right, let's go ahead and go down to the weekly chart and see what we see there. On this weekly chart, what we see here, zoom in here. It was the last week of, finishing out the last week of the year, first day of the year, and that's why it hasn't crossed this line yet. So don't get too excited about that either. We got a kind of like a bearish piercing pattern at the top though, right here with this green candle, red candle thing happening right now. So be careful about. But the thing is, we're gonna start off next month. These are our monthly pivots here. We should be starting off next month the way this thing look at above pivot. So I kind of expect us to stay above pivot, see if we can get a bounce and see if this thing is going to be ready to go higher once we get this full weekend in the market and like I said, these are our monthly pivots. So I'm kind of expecting us to break all-time highs maybe the first month of the year. We have to kind of like wait and see. We've been struggling though here for the last, well, like I say, last week we did make all-time high, but this coming week, I'm expecting us to go higher. I think then they're going to push and get above that 700. I kept saying 700. 700 is a good level for something, but we haven't broken that 700 level yet at this time. All right, but let's go ahead and go down to the daily noise and wrap this on up. Boom, boom, boom. Daily noise right here. Again, one of the crazy looking things right here on this daily noise is this thing what we got happening. The first day of the year, it showed up right here. It didn't show up right on the Qs. It's showing up right on this one right here. This first day of the year last day of the previous week, of the week, this week we below. And one of the things, we started out with a doji here above pivot, and then we ended up below pivot, and I kind of expected us to stay below pivot. I almost wanted to put a video out in the middle of the week once I saw some of the crazy stuff that was going on. And plus we had this bearish looking pattern up here, and then we ended up getting confirmation of that bearish looking pattern. And when I say confirmation of that bearish, this candle right here, this red candle here, gave us confirmation really of that pattern right there. We had a little thing right here that got us below pivot, and then that was kind of like look out below. And we got it. But again, we dropped pretty good here today, and come next week we may be opening below pivot, which is the other scary thing. But I don't see us getting too much below this level right here, this 680 level Because again, that will close our gap, and we did come down and trade it down into that area today, and also that may be it. So don't get too crazy about playing it to the downside. If you do, keep your stop in place if you do want to play it to the downside. Because again, we do have a bearish looking pattern right there, and it could slip to the downside. And that's all I really want to say on that. And that's all I really want to say here about the SPY. It doesn't look like it's starting out that crazy to the upside, but we just need to wait and see what's going to happen once we get a full week of trading and everybody is back, on the floors and in front of the computers and see what's going to happen. That's it. That's all I really want to share at this time. This is Right Side Trader. Hope you guys all have a very prosperous new year coming up here, and be blessed. Talk to you all later. Have a good one. Bye.